Hi beauties and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to test out the new makeup that I purchased during my recent Sephora VIB haul. A lot of these products I've already been testing out, so you're going to find out what I'm thinking about them. Are they worth it? Should I have purchased them? Should I have left them at the store? If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me for today's video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. That way you won't miss any of my uploads. So let's go ahead and get started. This little makeup headband is so cute. I purchased it from Amazon. Sandra Deluxe talked about these in one of her videos, so I decided to go purchase them, and there's like a set of 5 or something like that. So I'll be sure to link them down below and you guys can check that out because I think they're a really cute way to keep your edges in check while you're putting on your makeup. I'm starting out with Smashbox Primer Water. Also, I'm going to use my new Beauty Blender set. I think this is precious. You get 4 beauty blenders as well as the cleaner that matches. It tells you at the top the name of the beauty blender. So this is the original on this side, and then there are several others. Isn't that special? Isn't that special? So let's try Sapphire. I'm also trying out the Guerlain primer, and I have been testing this out. I'm not sure yet how I feel about it, guys. It is one of those primers that as you rub it in, it gets tacky on the skin. And my foundation looks good, but I can't tell if sometimes my foundation gets a little more oily or dewy as the day goes on. I don't know if I'm seeing what's so special about it, given that it is really pricey. So this is the La Mer foundation, and I've been testing it out for a couple of weeks now. It is the Soft Fluid Long Wear Foundation Broad Spectrum SPF 20. This shade is Honey 43. So this is what it's like 2.5 pumps looks like. I'm gonna see if this will build up coverage. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. This is basically like 3.5 pumps, a lot of pumps, and it's still sort of medium coverage. Let's go ahead with this Cover FX. It's a little lighter than most of the concealers that I use. And I ordered it online. I don't know that I would have chosen this shade if I would have been in store, but I'm actually glad that I did. Sometimes I always want it to be lighter. Like I really like my under eyes to be brighter. To get that, sometimes you just gotta get a lighter concealer. I think this one works pretty well for me. So I've been trying this out all week and I have been feeling pretty good about it. I don't know what to compare it to. I can't say that it's like some of the other ones that I use. Like it's not like the Tarte Shape Tape. It's not like NARS. It's kind of its own thing. I don't know if you guys can notice, but I purchased a new camera, and this is the first video I'm filming with it. One of the reasons why I wanted a better camera body is just for the purpose of autofocus. It would still go out of focus during segments of the video and stay out of focus, and it would do strange things if I tried to, get you guys to focus in on a product. See how much better that is? And then focus back on me. Like this lens is working better with this camera than it did with my previous camera. This is the Canon 80D. I've tried the foundation with several powders, and the one that it likes the most that I own is this one by Clinique. Like otherwise it gets a little bit too dewy. This Clinique powder works with this foundation really well, and it stays more matte throughout the day. I think it is very underrated. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like this brush. We'll see. This is the Brow Gal. If I don't like it, I might switch right on back to my pink one. I don't like it. We're gonna use my same old brush. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder. But you guys may have been watching my community tab, and it snowed here. Something is still falling outside right now as we speak, and it's dark outside now, and I'm just trying to get my video filmed. They said we may have power outages in our area. We're getting close to the holidays. I have like several videos I need to film. I have my graduation next weekend if this snow melts. You know, I'm in North Carolina and we're not used to all of this. We get snow every year, but it's 12 inches outside. That's a lot of snow. See how easy brow powder is? Oh, it's so much easier than anything. Brows are cousins. They're cousins today, not twins. And I'll list all the products that I used in today's video in the description box. Be sure to check there if you want to know more about the products. I'm going to add a little more. I just dusted off translucent powder. I'm going to add a little more because I'm getting ready to start playing with my eyes and I don't want it to destroy my makeup. So let's just put a little powder here. Okay, I'm testing out Pat McGrath's Mothership Bronze Seduction Eyeshadow Palette. I went on and on about the beveled mirror. I'm really excited about that. I have not tested this one out, so wanted to wait for you guys for this one. If you keep hearing coughing, my daughter is sick and she's just a coughing. Poor baby. We might want to put on some eyeshadow primer. I'm going to use my Sigma E40 brush. E40, yes. This is Entrapment, okay? Ooh, oh my gosh. This is like the only matte that I could possibly use, you know, as a transition shade. So let's see if I can blend it out. I'm putting it kind of in the crease because I'm not sure about it. And we'll just see if we can blend it out really well and take it up a little bit so that it can look like a transition shade. If we can just fade it out. This is very pigmented and I'm not sure if you guys can tell that, but it went on like that little bit, just blended out so quickly. Wow. Let's try out this darker shade. I'm gonna try a halo today, guys. I'm just gonna use this Sephora brush to put this in the corner here and drag it over into my crease. And I'm gonna grab a smaller brush in a moment to hit that inner corner. Disobedient. That's the shade I'm working with now, Disobedient. This is the Featherweight Crease brush and it is the number 38. Might not need the smaller brush. This one's working. We're gonna go back in with the E40 brush and just blend it out. I got my Morphe brush. This one is really good for blending out edges. I'm missing a transition shade in this palette, but that's okay. If you really had to have one, you know, you could just grab another palette. But I'm missing that. Okay. Looks green in the pan. Oh yeah, oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. Okay, I think I'm gonna put the red in I'm gonna start with that in the center of my halo, and I'm just going to have nothing on the brush, and let's just see what it looks like without being wet. Okay, so that's it without being wet. And I'm kind of wanting to wet my brush. Let's see how it does when I wet it. Oh, yes. Okay. Wow. Okay, this is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is just beautiful. Let's go with this shadow. This is VR Fire Opal. I'm going to pop that right in the center here. I might need a brush and I might need to wet the brush. I'm hoping, you know, it doesn't need like a glitter glue or anything like that. Let's go back in with a Blitz Flame. Did I even say that before? This is Blitz Flame, and I'm just gonna go around the edges of my halo because I don't want that to completely be lost. I'm just gonna keep touching up a little bit until it looks like I want it to look. Now I'm going back in with the darker shade, Disobedient. I'm pretty satisfied with this. Let's dust this off. And the fallout was not too bad given the fact that it has so much glitter. I want to clean up the edges for this look. Lashes on. This is the Lancôme Monsieur Big. Okay, that's the mascara. I've really been liking this. Haven't used it with lashes, but just on my natural lashes, nice. Maybe I'll try some of this purple, but I also want some of this red. I just want that. And the purple, I think, is going to look black. I have that feeling. We're going to just put this in the outer corner. Let me see if I can find the shade name. Extreme Ambergris. Let's add a little bit of Blitz Flame right here. Oh, yeah. Yes. I think that's my favorite color in this palette. Let's just blend here. I like that, guys. I'm super focused because I've been at this for a while and it's getting late and I have other videos to film. I'm almost out of this. This is the IT Cosmetics. This is like just a gel liner, and I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna finish my eyes and the rest of my face until we get to some new makeup. So I'm just gonna speed through this part.
These roads intersect, on each one I reflect. These lines write my story. These places change me, each one replacing. Like night into morning, I miss the open air, the going anywhere, riding with you like we used to.
I just gotta remember my inner tear duct highlight. I'm not sure what I want to use. Let's go with Skin Show Divine Glow. All right, that's this light color here. Let's use that as an inner tear duct highlight and let's see. All right, so now I'm ready for blush. This is the Hourglass Ambient Luminous Blush. This is the shade Diffused Heat. It's a mini because I wasn't sure, but since it's an ambient blush, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like this. So I'm using this Sephora brush and it was on sale. This is a precision blush brush. It's the number 73. And look at the shape of this brush, guys. I ordered it online. I had no idea what it was going to look like. So when I got this, I was like, oh, this is interesting. But it does exactly what it says. It's a precision blush brush. When you use the brush, it puts the blush exactly where you want it. So I'm just starting out on the apples of my cheeks and then I'm just following it up towards my temple. I really like this blush. It does add a luminous effect, especially after I set and after I add highlighter. And this one is a little bit darker, deeper shade. I would like to try some of their other shades. I can't go too light because a lot of them seem lighter, but I would like to see if there's another shade that also matches me. I like this one, but I'd like to try some others. They have a beautiful holiday palette that's like $80 that has a blush in it that's sort of a peachy color, like a coral color that I really like, and it's only in that palette, but I don't want to pay $80 just to get the blush. The Charlotte Tilbury highlighter, Bar of Gold highlighter. There are 3 shades. I've been using this a lot, and all I've been doing, guys, is just kind of mixing them to get a unique shade. I just mix them, you know. And this is a Sephora highlighting brush, and it is really good. Look at this. Oh, 62 brush, the fan detail brush. Do you see that highlight? I'm trying not to, I'm gonna try not to go overboard here because I really like this highlighter. This is expensive and so worth the money. A very smooth and beautiful highlight. And this is just the lightest one on the end that I'm using. Here in the center of my face, I'm using this one. Let me take my beauty blender and just soften. Would definitely recommend this highlighter. It's beautiful. It lasts all day. Like, I can still see my highlighter on my cheek here at the end of the day. It's gorgeous. You have 3 options. It's beautiful. I ended up with 2 of these lip liners because the one that I showed you guys in the video ended up being too light. I kept it because like I just didn't feel like returning it, and I'm gonna show you guys what I mean when I tell you it's too light. This is the contour shade, and it looks like this. It's the brown. It's like a nude brown, okay? And my lips are so dry. They're screaming for something. So my lips are dry, and I don't want to put this lipstick on like that, so putting on some lip balm. Okay. But see how that liner is gorgeous. Like, I think it would be a beautiful base underneath the lipstick, but it's not going to add definition for my lips. I went back and ordered Ground Control. Both of them come with a little pencil sharpener, which is cool. So this is Ground Control, and see the difference here? These are nice lip liners. They're very creamy. I think that they are good options for lip liner. The 2 shades together, as you can tell, create an amazing base before my lipstick. So I would purchase them again. They still don't replace my cork lip liner. Nothing has been able to replace cork lip liner. Ground Control looks more like my chestnut lip liner by MAC than it does my cork. Moving on to lipstick. So these are also Pat McGrath. These are the minis, and so I want to test them out today. And I need scissors. All right, so we're gonna cut these open. I'm gonna take out these miniatures. And remember, this was $25. So I thought that was a great deal to test out her lipsticks. Okay, so it has all the little glitter in here. That's lovely, lovely. I have 1995 on me and Flesh 3. These are the shades. They're very matte and very creamy. I like that. Ami is the first shade, Flesh 3, and 1995. Let's try them all on. Okay, that's 1995. Really pretty. This is Flesh 3. Okay, that's Flesh 3. Definitely very, very bright. My God, how dry are my lips? Where's the lip balm again? Good looba. Ami? I like the way her lipsticks apply. Like, they are matte, but I don't know. It looks like a second lip. They are very soft, matte lip and don't accent your lines in your lips, which is a very good thing. And this little set was a really good set. The colors look very similar to each other, but they are different. I think they're a very good lip for everyday wear. They're not nudes, and I do have myself plenty of nudes, but very good, especially on women of color. Of course, she's a woman of color, so I really like that. I just got back in here, guys. I noticed that my drawer was wide open. So if you saw that, oops. So as you can tell, this is the completed look, and I just want to give you guys a quick rundown of the products that I tested out, what I really think of them. So you know I'm wearing the La Mer foundation. I like this foundation. I'm loving this final look, but I'm still not certain that it's worth $120. I would need to wear this probably until I finish the bottle to be able to make that determination, because it has these skincare properties. So I want to see, is my skin going to improve? Am I going to see any difference in my skin overall because I'm using this foundation? Do you need to rush out and purchase a $120 foundation? No. There are other options that can give you a similar look. This is very similar to the Chanel foundation, the Velvet. I'm not sure the name of it, but I've worn it here on my channel. And when I used this, it reminded me of that. So I like it, but I'm just not sure if I'll buy it again at that price tag. I'm not sure. Still on the fence about the primer because I can't tell if it's too luminous for me. So it is a good primer. I think my foundation wears well with it, but I also think that as I wear it through the day, I get more luminous, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to continue to try this with different foundations because I've been wearing this foundation a lot. So this is already a luminous foundation. So this is luminous, this is luminous. Maybe I need to test this with more foundations than the La Mer and I'll be able to tell you. So I'm not sure about the Guerlain, especially given the price tag. I really have been enjoying this concealer. You guys let me know your thoughts on it. Now, I did go back and kind of put some of the Shade and Light palette, like brighten my under eye a little bit more with that. But as far as how the concealer wears and the creasing and that sort of thing, this is a winner. So would definitely recommend it and would buy it again. So I do like this concealer. Haven't had any difficulties, any problems with it. You guys know, because I'm a little bit older, I do have some wrinkles under my eye anyway, but it doesn't accent those wrinkles even more. And it's smooth, it's very smooth here. I really like it. So kudos to Cover FX. Let's talk about the palette, guys. I like this palette formula wise. Love the shadows. I think that the mattes are very creamy, easy to blend. But now that I'm using it and working with it, I really wish there was a lighter matte shade. We're only working with this deep purple, whatever this is, like a brown, and then this deeper brown. So this one is the lightest matte shade. And as you saw on my eye, it went on pretty deep. Like it wasn't transition shade. Using any of the matte shadows when I'm creating an eyeshadow look, I feel like I'm going to always end up with a very sultry, seductive, which is the name of the palette, type of eyeshadow look. So that being said, that may be the intent. This palette is more meant for a night out on the town. It's meant for full-on glam. That's what I think. I like that. I don't have a palette in my collection that I would say that's the purpose, but I still wish there was like at least one lighter matte shadow in this palette. I just wish it was. I don't think a person who wants an everyday eyeshadow palette should run straight to this one. These shadows here, I use it in the center of my halo. I think that they're a little different as far as how to work with them. So I'm going to have to kind of do some research on the best way to work with them, because I wet the brush and that I was able to kind of get them on. But as far as precise placement, I think they were harder to work with. This shadow was harder to work with as far as precision. And that just may be me needing to learn how to work with these eyeshadows. But it's very good palette. I think it's worth the price, but just know that there's a specific reason to buy this. This shadow definitely is my favorite, and I want to work with it more. Like, I think it's beautiful and I love this. And I will probably incorporate it into every single look that I create using this palette. The blush. Love the blush. Like, can you see, especially I told you guys after applying the setting spray and the highlighter, can you see that luminous look of the blush? Like, the blush is luminous. And so if you're, tired of the matte kind of blushes and you want something to spice it up, I just think this is a beautiful blush. And if you want that kind of dewy, just luminous, fresh, radiant look, that this will help you achieve that. The highlighter is definitely gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful highlight. I wouldn't say it's a super natural highlight, but it's not glittery. I like it. I've used it a lot. The texture of it reminds me of the Amrezy highlighter. So if you like that highlighter and it's that smoothness and you like that type of highlighter, then you're going to love this. The lipsticks and lip liners are definitely winners. I certainly am very happy with that purchase. I like the lip liners, even though the first color was a little light. I kind of like mixing them together. And I like the texture of these matte lipsticks. You guys don't see me wearing matte a lot because I don't typically love them. But these I'm going to wear. I really like how it's wearing on my lips right now and how natural it feels on the lips. I mean, it really feels like I don't have anything on. When I was switching the lipsticks between lipsticks, it was difficult to get the lipstick off my lips, which is kind of a good thing because that probably means it's going to be really long wearing. So I can imagine putting this on and wearing it all the way up until I eat lunch. Like, when you eat, you're going to wipe things off your lips. I could see this lasting up until that point without me having to touch it up. So that's amazing. So I think that that's everything as far as all of my new products. This video is probably going to be way too long, and I apologize for that in advance. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed today's video. Thank you once again for joining me. Please thumbs up this video if you liked it. That really helps me out. It helps YouTube to push my video out for other people to see it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you've not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button before you leave. So I'll be seeing you guys again very soon in my next video. So until the next time we meet again, this is Savvy, signing out.